So Chandler and Dustin Poirier getting finalized for 281 at MSG. What do you know about that, son? That's going to be a fight. Now, I am going to hypothesize that might end up being a 5-round co-main event. And I'll tell you why I'm going to hypothesize that is because that's what they did with Nate Diaz and Leon, okay? If they throw someone in the co-main slot and they make it a 5-rounder, that's par for the course now. And I think that's a good idea, A, because this is a great fight for 5 rounds. B, I think it has, direct title implications. Honestly, like the Nate Diaz and Leon Edwards fight, it didn't even really necessarily have title implications. So it's not like you need to have like a direct line to the title to do like a 5-round, co-main. You don't really need to do that. Or you don't really need to have that right there. But this kind of does. It's directly after Charles and Islam, right? And so I think the kind of prevailing idea, Chandler is in a position to fight for the title if he wins and Dustin is not. I don't even think I necessarily agree with that. I'm going to get into all of it. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell, doing a lot of shorts. YouTube hooking me up, dude. YouTube's not lying. They're like, dude, you do some shorts. We're going to show your content to people. I'm like, all right, I'll do shorts. You asked me to do shorts. I'm going to do shorts. I do 3 of them a day and anyway, it's neither here nor there. Thank you, YouTube. But yeah, look, like when I look at this fight, it's such a good fight. Like it's such a good fight. It's such a good fight in terms of the matchup. And if you make it 5 rounds, it's even better, like significantly better, actually. That's the problem with the Gaethje and Chandler fight. That's like the only problem. Obviously that was my favorite fight of that year. The only problem with that fight is like in a fight like that or a fight like Burns and Chimaev, like, doesn't it just feel like, I don't know. It's like, I'll tell you exactly what it's like. I'll tell you exactly what it's like. It's like you had the most tremendous, like you and your girl, right? You guys just knocked it out for like 2.5, 3, 4, 5 hours, whatever, right? The best session ever. And then it's like, hey, go, okay, let's wrap this up. And you're like, okay, I'm going to wrap this up. And then like something happens that interrupts it. And then you just kind of have to stop. And you're like, oh, like we didn't even get to the conclusion of this session. You know what I mean? And like a fight like that, it's like, this is like the best fight ever. And then it's like, okay, now it's over. And now these 3 people are just going to decide who wins. You're all, oh man, I have blue balls now, it's a blue balls fight. And when you make it 5 rounds, it's very rarely, as a matter of fact, I can't think of any 5-round blue balls fights, like they just, like 5 rounds is usually pretty definitive. Conor versus Nate, even when it's like, it's super close, you feel satisfied by the fight. It went 5 rounds, it could go either way, but I feel satisfied. 3 rounds tends to, in wars be a blue balls fight. That just is what it is. If it goes to a decision, it's a blue balls fight. And so I hope that they pull the blue balls off the table. Like there's no chance it's a blue balls fight. This is going to go all the way 5 rounds. Feel free to expect merch from Blue Balls fights coming on, coming down the pipe, because I think I just coined a new term. I just thought of it on the spot. So I guess I can't cut this. Like this is the cut that I'm going to post, because this is the cut that I thought of, something that is going to now be a token term that I use all the time, a Blue Balls fight. 3 rounds, war, cut short, don't really know who won, and feels like blue balls. So here's the deal on like the title implications though, right? For Chandler, it's a no-brainer. If he wins, he'll get a title shot, right? If he wins, he'll get a title shot. Back-to-back wins, a highlight knockout over Ferguson, and then a signature win over Dustin Poirier. Given that he's never fought Islam, and in the Oliveira fight, he's the one guy who literally pulverized Oliveira. He really beat Oliveira down, and then Oliveira caught him with a left in the second round. So I think either way, if Chandler wins, unless it's the most boring fight ever, which is fundamentally impossible. Like I'm going to actually say in this case, that's impossible. He gets a title shot. With Dustin, if Islam wins and Dustin wins, I think there's a high probability that he gets that fight. Although Conor right there, how close Islam and Khabib are, who knows? Who knows what Conor's even doing? I just read that he's going to be the star of Roadhouse or something. As a matter of fact, I got to do a video about that. Like right now. Starring in Roadhouse. What are you talking about? Starring in Roadhouse? I thought you want to fight. Why? Anyway, I'm going to do a video about that in a second. But I'm very excited for this fight. I heard it's going to be for 281, right behind 280. It would be even more crazy if they did it at 279. Although, I guess that is kind of creeping up. It's only in like 5-6 weeks. So I made a video where I was like, I think they're going to do it for 279. And then right afterwards, I looked up the date. I was like, never mind. It's only 5-6 weeks away. But nonetheless, 281, hopefully 5 rounds. That would be amazing. That's what I got. Love you guys. Peace.